Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Yes, we will take the case, probe the drivers, see what it yields. There's no way we can take this case. Yeah, we'll probe the drivers a little bit. Alrighty then. How's everybody doing this Wednesday? It is February 24th, and we're coming back to play some more Disco Elysium, which I need to get to boot right now. For me, it's been a good week. I have finally been able to exercise a little bit more, which has made me a lot happier. I'm a lot more like about stuff, which feels good. I've been really enjoying that, and it's been a little bit stressful, but like very impactful at work lately, which I've been appreciative of. But you know, enough about me. Let's get to playing the game. We're loading. God, this game is gorgeous. It just looks so nice. Yeah, and things look all right behind me. We're doing well. We're doing well. Let me make sure that the microphone's coming through at the appropriate level. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. All right. Well, I don't think we want to start a new game, though we consider that every single time. And from what I can recall, last time there were two things that I could remember that we wanted to do. We wanted to go to the cafeteria in up in our hotel, because I think that something opened at 1800. Oh, let me mess with the stuff I have over here. There we go. And we want to go back and talk to Joyce. We're like reaching the close of like the first day, and so I don't know what happens at night. Oh, well, okay. This we still can't open. There's Lena. There's a lot of people here now. Interesting. Tab. That's who we can like mess with. Not a whole lot. There's a guy with a bottle right here. Can we just take that bottle? Is that a thing we can do? Yes, we can. Oh, and there's karaoke up there, which I don't think we want to mess with. There's grassy Quebec. There's the door. Oh, there's some change back here. We still can't get in here, and I don't know why. Nothing further over here. Okay, I don't remember what time this opens. I thought it opened at 1400, then I thought it opened at 1600, then I thought it opened at 1800. But we'll come back. And this guy, I guess we could take off our shirt and try to wake this guy up again. But I'm gonna wait. Right now, chat's pretty dead. I'll harass people about that in a minute. But let's go. It's getting to be evening. Let's see if we can wrangle Joyce before it gets too late. Blah blah blah. Zoom out a little bit. Oh, there's Annette. Ugh, it's so nice. We have like a little sense of what's going on in the community now. Not like a ton, but you know, we've met some more people. Blah blah blah. We head up here. I can't believe that this is like the walkway that they live with. I mean, I guess that's just something you have to deal with, but it doesn't seem great. Alright. Let's head back down and see if Joyce has anything else left to say. Is she even here anymore? Yeah, she is. What's this? Looks like there was more construction here. Once, decades ago. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm hoping the levels are coming through right. Let me double check that that's the case before I continue on. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, no, we're doing alright. We're doing okay. Somebody in chat will tell me eventually if things are wrong. And YouTube can live with how things are for the moment. What up, Joyce?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Can I have some money? Volition. Well, that's not what we could do. That's interesting. Let's see. What can you tell me about this strike? Everything, she smiles. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. What is your role in this precisely? I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines, and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer. And how is the talks going? They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now, they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2.2 meter racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, you mean Measurehead? Yes. Jean-Luc Measurehead. She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynching? Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived. And when did you first arrive? I arrived 3 weeks ago, she thinks. Yes, in the middle of February, the bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on-site, like the RCM. Okay, alright. She's buddying up to us, I see it. He looks at his notes. But the strike began in December. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont, despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations. This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike? Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time, their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive? What happened to this Gaumont? Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? She pauses to compose herself. Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Not cool. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union. Let's mess with my camera here. There we go. Just trying to get ourselves situated, you know, settle in for the evening. Authority, medium, success, 10 out of 10. Sounds like usual aggressive posturing. What are their demands? There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh, yes. Every worker, a member of the board. I like it. I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Forget it. I wanted to ask something else about the strike. Every worker a member of the board, so like that's communist, right? Like the idea that rather than the people that fronted the capital having a say in how the business gets run, the workers get to vote on the organization of the business. Interesting. Oh, we got a third person in the room. Who is it? 69 feet. Okay, all right. Well, that's the name, I guess. I don't know what to think about that. That's true, I don't know what to think about it. I think that like there are times when that could make sense, but I don't know enough about this business to say that that's useful. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. That makes no sense. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. That's pretty funny, I have to admit. They're having a blast, but how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. What are you going to do? I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear, behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if ever there was one. Excuse me, the lieutenant looks up from his notes. From whom did you hear about this lynching? Her reply comes quick. I heard it from the boya at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana. Reaction speed, easy success, 9 out of 8. This checks out. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? The scabs? She raises her brow. You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least. Oh, so like Wild Pines actually probably did put them there then. Let me take a second. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, we're good? We're probably good. Okay, all right. Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare. Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. All right, my little brother will be here soon. He's watching the Golden State Warriors. I'm saving the game for tomorrow. Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Really? Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. Is he that bad? He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Wait, there are 2 of them? Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. That's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clare? The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution, 20 years ago anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. She adjusts her hair. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... How do you say? She hesitates, looking for the right expression. A mob, the lieutenant says succinctly. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them. Refreshingly honest, officer, she nods. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Evrart and his brother. She turns to you. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see, she explains. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is an effective advocate for the rights of the local working man, a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol, basically a socialist mob? I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. The union? I don't know that the union's a mob. It's not like leech, like, I guess in this case, because it's being abused by the people that control it, it's a leech. But in general, like, unions have their place, and any organization union or not can be problematic. This is a problem being too respect. I'm just going to call them a giant leech. Indeed, and a hungry one, she nods. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers. One more thing. You said something happened in the elections? +5 experience gained. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous foreman of the union. She disappeared. Disappeared? Yes, on the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Some kind of extortion, probably. Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him. Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine. That's all I need here. Let's change the topic. Of course. She passes the thermal cup between her gloved hands. How else can I help? 1 second. I have to make sure somebody's not watching the game without me. How else can I help? Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to struggle raw ingredients from the Samarin Esola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years. Ingredients for what, ma'am? Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Electrochemistry, challenging, success, 12 out of 12. Shit, yeah, baby, it's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down? Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal? Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here. Wild Pines seem to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean. We're in logistics. It's our business to know, and know. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients, for a cut. Why are you trying to shut down the party pipeline? I assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend. Electrochemistry. She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to. And you want us to investigate? Yes. But you won't get anything out of Evrart and the Dockworkers Union. Still, she raises her bony finger, every chain has its weak link. What do you mean? The lorries, she stresses. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Okay, so the truck drivers, like Tommy we met last time. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now? Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. She gives you a knowing look. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. Let's see. It's no coincidence the lawyers are stranded there like that, is it? +5 experience gained. No, we asked the East Motor Tracks to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, she pauses, looking at the sea. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. She looks north. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east, across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary. Shivers, medium success, 11 out of 11. A cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets, from Martinez to Drammark. In the traffic, you hear the clicking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold? Shiver, fucking misery. A lot of it, she nods. It comes from a large Samarin factories. In South Safra, Sige and Sinyao. What was the name of the merchant guy we met? I feel like it was something like Sige, but not quite. The litterage they must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic. Well, at least this solves one mystery. What is that, Lieutenant? +5 experience gained. Well, I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in on my motor carriage. I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? We did on more than one occasion. Apparently there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under. We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence. Well, she smiles and points towards the roundabout. Here's your chance, officers. What proof do you have the union is involved? How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for 4 months straight. This was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it. With all due respect, these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs? Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. Suggestion, medium, success, 13 out of 10. It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman could find in. Oh, okay. So, Tommy might be able to help us. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. Yeah, might as well say that. See what happens. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. The two might even be connected. Or not. Though if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it. As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Yes, we will take the case, probe the drivers, see what it yields. There's no way we can take this case. Yeah, we'll probe the drivers a little bit. What up, Melon Dog? Good to see you. It's been a quiet chat so far. Well, let's see. Is anybody else here yet? No, not yet. That's alright. Yeah, let's take this case. New task, the jam mystery. Excellent. She takes a long sip of tea. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I can be of assistance. She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. Oh man, if we can ask for money, we're still going to chill there. I think we're going to hang out for a little bit. You're in a boat, wild pines. Let's look at our task list for a second. Okay, so we got to interrogate the drivers about the smuggling. Okay, and no, there's nothing new here. Okay, there's some time stuff. Joyce's info on the lynching. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you. That's all for now. Of course, Detective. Take care. It's almost 8 p.m. Well, let's get back to the other side of the map. Come on. Oh, do we have something new? Oh no, it always just shows us our bag. So actually, let's take 1 second. Where is it? It's here. And I want to take the crowbar and instead pull out the flashlight. There we go. Aha! So now I can look at stuff. This is cool. I like it. I don't really know what it means. Wow, it's got all the lighting here. I wonder if this is just trying my computer to do this. Anyways, back across. Let's go talk to some lorry drivers. That seems like the next thing we can do. Hopefully this flashlight never runs out of batteries. But it is starting to get dark. Alright, back over here. Oh.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. He folds his hand behind his head and leans back. We had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But, he pauses, letting the memory dissipate. Those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Suggestion, medium success, 13 out of 10. Just be straight with him. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. So the lieutenant steps in. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed towards a conflagration. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade, then? We trust Tommy. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with these questions. Empathy, challenging, success, 12 out of 12. It's not a lie, it's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation. That's all for now. Bye. Alright, well that was pleasant. Okay, let's put this flashlight away. It's annoying me. Like it seems smart, but it's irritating me. Put it back. Having the crowbar out was useful before. We'll just keep this here. And I'm gonna stop hitting caps lock, and we're gonna look around for more lorry drivers, if any of them are still around. Here's still that statue. Nothing over here still. Okay. And then there's this lady again. Let's see if she can talk to us about drugs. The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays. She's been like this for hours, so I guess that's just kind of how stuff works. Last time we snapped our fingers, Kim got mad, but let's give it a try anyways.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. Love it. Love it. Empathy, medium, success, 12 out of 10. The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast. Are you alright, ma'am? You're out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
She adds with contempt. Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws, and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
When else would you be then?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a nearby date of picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
Oh man, I like her accent. What up, 9-4? Good to see you. It's been a quiet chat so far. We went and talked to Joyce, and now we're investigating drug trafficking among the truck drivers so that we can get her to tell us more.
Until you come along, that is.
She gives, the look she gives you is accusatory. Who is Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Buenguerro. She gives you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Take a look. Take a look. I will show you. A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfect chiseled thing you've ever seen. Suggestion, medium success, 13 out of 10. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up. So I take it you were in meth when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. The body is still in the tree, 9-4, that is correct. Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
She gets a gruff suddenly.
They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true. And they will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
She looks around. Empathy, medium, success, 12 out of 10. She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching. Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, low man. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow, and she appears to take your measure.
While you people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Mezque, it was a golden age.
Okay, that's pronounced mezque, as opposed to mesk. Got it. Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions. How's the week been, 9-4? Anything interesting?
Why not, Jerife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. Inland Empire, medium, success, 12 out of 10. There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow? What are you hauling? Diamonds. Diamonds, really? Of course not, she says, grinning. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Okay, well what are you really hauling? She shrugs. Whatever stupid thing they put in the lorry, I imagine. So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Electrochemistry, medium, success, 12 out of 10. She says that if something narcotic is the real reason. What if the cargo is contraband? Then it's contraband, Lament. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away, like bad hand Hermenegildo. Nice week so far? What's been the highlight so far, 9-4? Show me the soles of your boots. Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Jerefe? Please, help me out here. It's important. Please? She raises her boot, slowly, with contempt. I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Benquero. You're no Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please. My week has been good. It's been a little bit stressful at work. There's been some, like, high leverage stuff. There's, as far as there's some important stuff, and at the same time, it's performance review season. So it's like, I need to get caught up on my performance review stuff, but I can't do that because I'm busy dealing with this other important thing, which is pretty uncommon. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Lots of hanging out. I've finally been working out again. I've been having trouble, like, straightening my arm all the way, which is good because I finally, like, get to work out again. So I've been enjoying that. It's been nice. You know, any opportunity to throw up the guns. She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather. Now the other one. Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now there was a real man. There's no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down. Wait, what do you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro? It was, she says, and then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hands. He was no longer descending the stairs in rail. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Jerefe who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember. Composure, easy success, 9 of 8. As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines. Turn to Kim. She is not odd soul. These are not the boots that made the prince. Plus 5 experience gained. He takes a quick note. I could have told you that from the look at them. Her size is 37. The feet of a little girl, she smiles, as if it well on the pedals. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see? What I feel? The great adversary? No drugs compare. The adversary? Yes. There is a protagonista. She gestures to the intersection. And an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There is no coming back from that hole. Half-light, easy, success 9 out of 9. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all. Where can I get my hands on an experience like that? If you don't know, pfft, she flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. What is it you're hauling exactly? Your May lawman. What of it? I don't know what M-A tilde E is. Is that Portuguese? Does somebody know? Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. You said earlier you didn't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramirizia to Grad on the U-41A. What do you think they take from Saramirizia to Grad, lawman? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. It's diamonds, lawman. Obviously. She grins. Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. Diamonds are good for you, lawman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Shore is. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Easy. It's a skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. She squints across the square. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. That's great. Who do you think's doing this thing? The one guy I can see. That's the guy doing it for sure. So that's a good way to come to a conclusion, I guess. Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music or the seagulls, look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will go, to the Great Plains. +5 experience gained. Kim, I think we're done here, no? He turns his notebook to stress it. Thank you, for now. Leave. Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Methke. Her voice trails off. Okay, there's an autosave. Okay. Let's keep walking around. Let's see. Are there any other lorry drivers? There was that racist one, right? What is this? Can I go in this? Grad Factory of Magnets and Miracles U-49. The lorry is stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. Look in the window. +5 experience game. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with a personal belongings, stickers, insignia. What kind of stickers and insignia? The driver was has adorned his space with a substantial collection of particular paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. What about the backseat? Perception. Sight. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. Racist nationalist paraphernalia. He grits his teeth. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy? +5 experience gained. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine. Leave. Well, that's interesting. There's somebody on top of it, too. Could talk to this gab leader again if we wanted. There's also Call Me Manana up here. Let's talk to this guy again.
Looking for something?
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not? He just takes a long drag on his cigarette. Love it. You know where that shit comes from? Saramirizia, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Suggestion, challenging, success, 13 out of 12. There's your in. Take his side in this particular fight. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? He eyes you warily, unsure of how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then, suggestion. Damn, it didn't work. You should have signaled you're a nationalist before. Raises the lorry driver. I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on a cigarette. Then why are you still hanging around here for? Most other communers have left. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. Reaction speed, easy to success, 9 of 8. There's a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened? +5 experience gained. Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics and the whirling in rags when some kipped boys smashed his lock and took a damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. He takes a long suck on his cigarette, appearing to savor the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. Bad for him, I guess. The man shakes his head, dismayed, furiously pulling on a cigarette. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samarin. He spits out on the ground. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Wait, the street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver? Of course he's a lorry driver. What, he'd tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner, and then another puff of that cigarette. He's your man, all right. 100%. I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang from CK, that's right, himself has to say. Guess we'll need to pay Sealang a visit then. Guess so. He grins, contented with himself. We're done for now. Alright, let's go see Sealang. Oh look, the lights are on. That's cute. Alright, down the street. Blah, blah, blah. Here's Sealang.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So Sealang, what's your stance on drugs? Drugs? For a moment, he's unsure how to respond. I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course, in which case drugs are excellent. He kisses his fingers. Tasty, tasty drugs. I'm super into drugs. I actually don't like drugs. I'm super into drugs. Okay, let's see if we can get him to confess. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person. He smiles. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam. That's even cooler. You investigate that and all, but, he points to the goods, I'm not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. But you are a lorry driver. Another driver has identified you and your lorry. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. So you admit you're a lorry driver? No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. He stops to think. Reaction speed, easy, success, 9 out of 9. Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too, a little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. He spreads his arms. So you were embarrassed to tell me? No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rearview mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor? Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd. And what crowd is that? Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. Empathy, medium, success. 12 out of 11. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid. What are you afraid of, Sealang? Look, he looks around, lowers his voice. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. Let's see. Do we threaten him or do we be buddies with him here, guys? We can raise our voice at him, or we can side with him. I want to be empathetic, which is like a little bit slimier, but that's how I'm feeling about it. It seems like the right move. We're buddies, Sea Lang. Help us out. No one will know it was you. It's a she, okay? He whispers. The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her. He shakes his hand. She's no lady. Who are these other drivers who talk? All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now. Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist? Or is the other one with the tattoos? He points north. All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to pale driver. Dazed out. Strange? I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you. Inland Empire. Medium. Success. 12 out of 10. It could be. She was strange. Okay. We're cool for now. Conclude. All right. He snaps back to his usual self. Ice cold. Let's cap this off by a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detective. Both of you. You deserve it. I'll leave it to you for now. Thought complete. Lonesome long way home. We did it. Man, look at this drawing. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market. Past the Boogie Street Spearhead to the other side of the lake. The Frozen Eye at the corner of the district. Then past the video rental store in the corner. There, at the end of the street, lined with pine trees, a small house, no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone, and so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives +1 psi. I don't know what that means. Let me open it up and take a look. Yeah, this one made sense. +2 physical instrument, -1 encyclopedia. This one I'm not sure I understand as much. I guess, like, we can upgrade perception more. And then speed gives +1 psi. Is speed a thing? Reaction speed gives +1 psyche? What? Okay, well, we're close to another level up. Man, we've got such a weird assortment of skills. Suggestion, still king of the hill. I like that. The gym mystery. Find out who's the lady driver and where's her lorry. Okay, let's go talk to, what's her name up there again? Man, we're making a lot more progress than I thought we were going to, which I'm enjoying. All right, come on. Oh, what's? No, go back. There was a, yes. Stop between those trucks down there. Smokes, go get them. All right, we'll pick them up. All right, we got some cigarettes. Didn't even have to buy them. Buying stuff's for suckers. You know, we're like law-abiding people. One of the two. Is this her lorry? Doesn't seem like it. All right, let's talk to her again.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
All right. Are you the lady driver? Did yours call me a lady, Herife? Suggestion, easy success, 13 out of 9. She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it. I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here. I'm not that either, Herife. Her smile dissipates. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of? +5 experience gain. I'm only terrifying to small children and those who used to know me. Then who is the female driver I was told of? How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other camioners, sniffing around when I have my motives to go to? When I have my movies to go to? That makes way more sense. You said long haul. That's the big ones. The treks. There's no women and men in there. It's all just, she hums along as if to a track on repeat. In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay. Servers, medium success, 11 out of 10. You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman. Why are you so scary to people who used to know you? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. That's all I needed to know. Thanks. Oh, scene. The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere now, on other matters. Volition, medium, success, 11 out of 10. Something in her is pulling toward some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick. Before I came, you seemed away. She's just a distracted old woman. Maybe we should let her get back to her things. Esprit de corps, medium, success, 11 out of 10. Come on. He thinks she's not the lady driver. You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Okay, let's change the subject. A pale dream is what it is. She nods, her head according to a rhythm known only to her, staring at the photos and hands. What up, Ecotar? How's it going? Don't spoil the game, but I hope you enjoyed the fact that it was close, is what I heard. Yeah, I will say that the game we played yesterday was enjoyable and also close. It was a good one to watch. I've really been enjoying watching the Warriors lately, and Steph is second in the league in average points per game, which is pretty good. And this looks like something. There's no way over there, is there? What's this? Oh, smokes. Yeah, I don't really want to use those. Wait, bullets? We have a slot for bullets and keys. Wild. Okay. Oh, let's talk to Tommy now. Ask him who the lady driver is. If he's still here. Come on. Over here. Come talk to Tommy. Hustle, baby, hustle. Whew. My throat is shredded. Ate too much salt today.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, and then looks away. I don't want to talk about that. I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business. Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. He bites his lip. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker, and I don't know where she is. I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do? I didn't, man. I told you. I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it. Empathy, medium, success. 12 out of 10. He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God, I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why. Who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff, but in a cool way. What color hair? Blue and violet dyed, he answers reluctantly. It was violet when she got here, blue before she went. Logic, easy success. That she may have dyed it again. 8 out of 8. Okay, we're looking for a lady with any color hair. Great. When did she leave? Damn, I don't want to. He looks you straight in the eye. Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All parts of the investigation. He shakes his head. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only. I don't believe you. Believe us, it is. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. You said she's troubled? How? She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness, when you think it's all over, and you're looking for a way out. She shares this with you? Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like, for her. Does this violent life include drug trafficking? Well, he sighs. It looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. Hold on, her mind? The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her. Pain threshold, medium success, 10 out of 10. The pain it was causing her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. Reaction speed, easy success, 9 out of 8. He's right. There are other options. The race man, for one. Empathy, easy success, 12 out of 10. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Physical instrument, 10 out of 10, medium success. Now is not a time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son. Electrochemistry, challenging, success, 12 out of 12. It's right here. The answer is right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it. Okay, this is a crux. We're gonna get to determine whether or not Tommy is gonna be like All right, chat, get in there. Are we gonna grill Tommy? Are we gonna like find out more about this woman, or are we gonna like stay kind with him? Because he seems like a kind soul. I like him. Yeah, geez, that was so many reactions in a row while we were figuring this out. It was what, 1, 2, 3, 4 different checks, probably more even. Jeez. Yeah. By the way, our options: put yourself in my shoes. I need this for an investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. Force him. Find another way. I want a provolone and Tommy melt. That doesn't go on the grill. I'm not even going to look at the partial results until we get all the way through. We're going to do whatever we do here, and then we're going to take a break. So, come on, guys. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I'm so sore. I can't even, like, bend my arm straight all the way. Ugh. I'm having an x-ray tomorrow. View results. Oh, geez, how many was that? View results. 1. You guys let EcoTard decide all by himself. Yeah, dude. You'll appreciate it in the morning. Looks like we're grilling him, but we're gonna do this like middle ground first. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man. Pain threshold, medium success. I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy. Inland Empire, medium success, 12 out of 11. Imagine it. An explosion of stars. Goodbye, world of men, money, and machines. Well, we voted that we're grilling him, so that's what we're going to do. Mel, you missed the opportunity. Now we're going to totally betray Tommy and force him to tell us about this woman. She's a suspect, and I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish the investigation. I thought you were a different kind of cop. Something breaks in as he stares into your eyes. Empathy, medium success, 12 out of 10. The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own ends. Volition, medium success, 11 out of 10. Remember, you're doing it for the bigger investigation. This is important. Relax. Ask. Where is the lady driver? Here. He takes a key ring from his pocket, then looks at it before giving it to you, in silence. Key to the abandoned lorry. Then he gives them to you. Her lorry is still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. He waves toward the monument. The cabin is green. That can get you in. You can get in there with these. That's all I know. When did she leave? Last Friday. He blinks, his eyes half empty now. I'm sorry I had to do this. I am sorry. I bet you are. Empathy, medium, success, 12 out of 10. And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be, a good person. His last line, his revenge on the world. Let's go, Kim. He turns to the man before you leave. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. I know it was hard, but you did the right thing. You don't really think so. I really do. If I didn't, I wouldn't be in the RCM. Take care, sir. Well, at least Kim's a sweetheart. Alright. In here, past the statue of Philippe. Hello, statue of Philippe. RCM is like the police in this world. And here is the green lorry. This green Falne Aid the Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This is the one our men pointed to. The lieutenant peeks inside. Try to peek in the window. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. Inland Empire, challenging, success, 12 or 12. Feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm. Dusty, too. Try the door handle. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently, replaced. Unlock the door with the key Tommy gave you. Push the pin of the lock and turn it. It makes a cracking sound, then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just open it. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front, and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. Let's close the door, actually. I'm going to take a quick break. My throat hurts. You close the rusty old lorry door. We definitely need to return sometime later. He nods at the lorry. We didn't get enough. That is accurate. We did not get enough, Kim. But, let's take a sec. I'm going to go get some water. You guys take a couple minutes. Chill out. I'll be back in a few.